There's 5 different ways we show and we express our love for one another. Here are the 5 languages. Providing service, giving time, giving verbal praise and affirmation, giving physical affection, and giving gifts. I'm going to repeat that one more time. The 5 languages of love: providing service, giving your time, giving verbal praise and affirmation, giving physical affection, and giving gifts. And what's really important is that you have to see which language your spouse uses to express their love for you. And the reason is because sometimes we're speaking different languages. And if you don't reciprocate using the same language that your partner uses, it's easy to not hear each other. And I'll give you an example. My language of love is verbal praise and affirmation, right? Big surprise. I love talking, I love writing, I love letting people know what exactly specifically I love and appreciate about them. But my husband, his language of love is not verbal praise and affirmation. His language of love is service. He's just quietly doing what needs to be done to take care of me, right? And our family, alhamdulillah. But when he and I butt heads and we have problems or issues with each other, it's usually because we're speaking different languages of love and we're not hearing each other. So mine might be, I made this meal for you and I spent all this time doing it and you haven't told me that you thought it was delicious. Or I made an effort to look nice and you haven't told me I look pretty, right? Because that's what I need to hear in order to feel loved. And an example of a time when he was frustrated with me is one time I had borrowed his car and I brought it back and the gas tank was on empty and it was a rainy day and he had to go to work. And he was really frustrated because that was something that he would never have done. He would never have left me with an empty tank of gas because he's all about service and making sure that my needs are met and that I'm not inconvenienced. So it's important to look at what language your partner uses to express their love and then make sure that you reciprocate with the same language every now and then. All right, another thing that women need that men should know, very important. Women need intimate conversation. And there's a saying that men fall in love with their eyes and women fall in love with their ears. And there's truth to that. Honesty and openness and vulnerability gives women a sense of security. So you have to let your guards down and you have to be open about who you are. And women want to feel that they're known and they're seen. And we want to know and see our partners as well. I know of a young woman who met a young man, who had every single quality that you could ask for in a person. It was everything that she wanted in a future spouse. And things were going along really well, and she was very excited. But at one point, things came to a halt, and she talked to me about it. And the reason was that he never ever really shared of himself, of like what was going on with him and what he thought and what he felt. And she really was starting to have this fear that she wasn't actually going to emotionally connect with this person that she was considering for marriage. And this is something that I see with many women, that it's really important for women to feel that they're seen and they're heard. And that's going to take effort, and it's going to take openness and a willingness to be vulnerable with each other. Okay, another piece of advice in marriage. Establish a routine or a tradition that no one else is allowed to get in the way of. Not work, not your parents, not your children. For some couples, it's going to be maybe Sunday morning brunch together. For others, it might be an evening walk or reading aloud to one another in bed. There are many who have established a designated date night in their weekly schedule. The point is to have something special just for you two and then jealously guard it.